Hey guys, it's Katie and I'm here today to do the Disney tag. Was tagged several months ago by Allie from Allie on Books, and I love Disney, and I actually was going to sing a little bit for you guys today, but my allergies are just killing me right now, so I can't like breathe properly. Plus it's mating season here in the woods, and that means the skunks are out, and so I'm just really struggling with my life. So I'm just gonna do, a normal tag video and maybe save the singing thing for another day if you guys are maybe interested. But anyway, there's a bunch of questions and I'm gonna try my best to answer them because there's a lot of potential answers for these because I am so indecisive and I love so many things about Disney and just, yeah, it's a struggle. So I'm gonna try my best. That these answers can change at any time because I am garbage. So anyway, let's get into it. Number one, a scene in any Disney movie you wish you could experience. I have a lot actually. I'd love to see the Festival of the Lights scene in Tangled. I just think it would be really cool. Festival of the Lanterns. I don't remember exactly what it's like called, but where they're in the boat and they're rowing and like all of these lanterns and lights are just floating around, that would just be so spectacular to behold. I would really love that. Also, just watching Elsa create her ice castle in person, I think that would be really, really neat as well. I would also love to be at Simba's like christening at the beginning of the movie with all the animals and just getting to see that whole ceremony. Just all of those things. But first and foremost, I'd really, really want to see the Festival of Lanterns from Tangled. Two, an unforgettable experience or moment that you've had at the parks. I've been to both Disney World and Disneyland. I was in Disney World twice and Disneyland once. And most of my really, really great memories happened in Disney World for a lot of reasons. So first I got to have lunch in Cinderella's castle. It was with Snow White, primarily I believe, and I had grilled cheese. Don't ask me why I remember that, but also just know grilled cheese is like one of my favorite foods in the entire world. I could eat it every day and just be happy. Okay, glad we had that talk. But another favorite memory that I had in the parks was at night. We were at one of the parades that they had, and Peter Pan was, coming, and he was throwing fairy dust into the audience, and I got like a little touch of it. And I was just so obsessed with that specific part for the rest of the trip, kind of, because just I love Peter Pan, I love fairies, just the idea of wanting to fly was just so ingrained in me at that point. Like flying was something that I just wanted to do, so I was really, really into getting fairy dust on me at that point. I mean, it was only a little bit and it barely made it to me, but it was so cool just being that close to Peter and just really wanting to have my moment to fly. Number three, what non-Disney song or songs remind you or bring back memories of Disney and or the parks? I know that's a tough one. I listen to a lot of music and a lot of music hold a lot of different memories for me. I don't know if I can just definitively say that there's one song that really brings up like specific memories or something. I'm not sure I have an answer for this one because, as I said, a lot of different songs hold memories for me, and they definitively said non-Disney songs, so that like rules out so many possibilities. But at the same time, I don't know. No, so I'm just gonna say I don't know, or just say all of the songs and kind of leave it at that. I don't know. It's fine. Just we're gonna move on. Number four, when was the first time you went to a Disney park? I had to have been spring break when I was 4, or around spring break. It was in the spring. I definitely remember that. But I went to a different kind of schooling system, so I could kind of just get taken out at any time. But I definitely remember it being in the spring when I was 4. Number 5. If you could choose any Disney character to be your best friend, who would you choose? Oh, but there are so many choices. I don't know if I can decide one definitive character. Okay, so I mean, obviously I'd pick Belle because we just get along really, really well. I'd also be down with having Mulan as a really great friend because she would do what I couldn't do, and that is like stand up for herself and fight and stuff. So that'd be cool. I'd want to be friends with Ariel. I just, like, she would hook me up with all the sea things. Like, I would be down with that. But also potentially probably Flounder. Flounder would be a really awesome friend to have. Just Mushu would be like the ideal friend. I don't know. Can I just have all of the friends? Like, are we talking Disney princesses here? Are we talking other characters? I mean, there's just a whole slew. I have no idea because I love so many Disney characters for several different reasons. Like, just give me all of the animal friends. Like, only 100% want to be friends with Mushu and Flounder. Just, yes. I would also want to be friends with Khan because of his just sassy sense of humor. He's hysterical. I love him. Who else would I want to be friends with? Let's work our way through this. I don't know. As I said, I'm having a hard time with this. But I'd probably say Flounder. Yeah, I'd probably just say Flounder or Winnie the Pooh. Just, I don't know. I don't know. It's so difficult. It's too difficult for me to decide. So we're just going to say either Flounder or Winnie the Pooh and leave it at that. Number 6. Who are your favorite Disney princesses? Okay, this one has multiple, so I'm happy about that. So, yes. Obviously, I adore Belle. Love her a whole lot. I also really like Mulan. Mulan is awesome. Just definitely a fan. I really like Ariel a lot. And I really like Moana. I love Moana. She is 100% one of my favorite Disney princesses. My top 3, I guess, are Belle, Ariel, and Mulan because they're not, for some reason, including Moana as a Disney princess, and that doesn't make sense to me. So it would technically be those 4, but the site is saying no, so just those 3. I pretend like I don't understand. But yeah, those guys are definitely up there as some of my faves. What are we on? 7. Name a scene or a moment in any Disney movie that never fails to make you cry. Okay, so can I just say that there are specific movies that make me cry? Because that's for real. I always cry in The Fox and the Hound, and I always cry in Dumbo. And that's also a large reason as to why I don't watch them very often. So yeah, those 2 are arguably up there the most. Like, particularly in Dumbo when he's being taken away from his mother. Never, ever fails to make me cry. Just forget your whole life. Number 8. What is the first Disney movie you remember seeing? Okay, so I know for a fact the first movie I ever saw was The Lion King, but I was 1, so I don't remember it. So the first movie that I actually remember seeing was Beauty and the Beast. In fact, I watched that movie so much, and I actually don't call my dad or father. I call him Papa because of Belle calling her father that in the movie. I definitely picked that up from there. So yeah, Beauty and the Beast had a really, really big impact on me in my life, and it is a movie that I remember watching over and over again as a kid. What is your favorite Disney movie? So first of all, how dare you? Because like a lot of them are really, really great. But second of all, it depends on if you're talking animated or live action or like other movies that Disney has put out. But I'm assuming we're talking about the animated movies here. So I'm going to say Beauty and the Beast for sure. The Lion King, definitely for sure. Mulan, Little Mermaid 1 and 2 fight me, I will defend the second Little Mermaid movie with my life. Thank you very much. I also really like Tangled. Peter Pan was definitely up there as well. 101 Dalmatians. I'm literally gonna name like all of the movies here. If we're talking non-animated, Mary Poppins is probably definitely my favorite of the lot. Loved Mary Poppins so much. I will not see the new movie because no one can replace Julie Andrews in my heart. Like, she is everything to me. Aristocats, oh my goodness. Loved that one too. Bedknobs and Broomsticks is also great. God. There's so many. You can arguably say that I love like 95% of the Disney movies that I've seen. But to make my life easy, I'm just going to say my top 5 are Little Mermaid 1 and 2, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, and Mulan. I think those are probably my top 5 favorite Disney movies, but that's difficult. Number whatever we on 10. Who is your favorite Disney villain? Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know. I like the Morley Gray one, so maybe I really like Maleficent, but I don't know if I'd say she's my favorite. I don't know if I have a favorite Disney villain because I found a lot of them just to be obnoxious and annoying, but I did really like Maleficent, and I do like her a lot now because just her backstory is so tragic and she's just such an interesting character. So I'd probably say her at the moment, but I don't know if I'd go so far as to say she's my favorite. Number 11, what is your least favorite Disney movie? So I've got a slew of those as well. My ultimate least favorite is probably The Black Cauldron. I hated it, didn't like it, just wasn't a fan. Same with Dumbo, just wasn't into that because I hate animal cruelty and just that whole mess. I also have mixed feelings about Pinocchio. So yeah, those are probably my top 3 least favorite, but my least favorite of all of them is probably The Black Cauldron. It was just not good. Number, around 12, what is your favorite Disney song? Even bigger, how dare you, than the movie one, because there are just so many phenomenal songs from Disney, but I'm probably going to say I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan, because that's a song I still sing today with my friends. Like, we had a task to do. What do we do? Sing that song. And just, I have so many great and fond memories of that specific song. So we're going to say that, even though it's so hard to say because The Hunchback has so much incredible music. Like, excuse me. Soundtracks are literally my life and my everything. Ask anyone who knows me. I will literally go to a movie and spend 95% of that movie listening to the soundtrack and crying. To tell you who composed the soundtrack without looking it up unless it's like some random obscure composer that I just don't know. But yeah, I'm one of those people who cares more about the music. The music in a movie can make or break it for me. So that's kind of why this question is extra hard. But I'll Make a Man Out of You has just a very, very special place in my heart. Number 13, is that what we're going with? Okay, cool. What Disney character or characters have your personality or has your dream personality? Okay, so the characters who have my personality, I'm like the perfect combination of Belle and Melody. And if you don't know who Melody is, she is Ariel's daughter from The Little Mermaid 2, which is why I will fight you to the death, because I identify so hard with Melody. Yeah, so Melody and Belle are like my perfect combo, but I'm also quite a bit of Aurora as well because of my ability to just kind of like be in nature and singing and like talking to all the animals and stuff. So kind of like those 3 put into one. As for who has my dream personality, I aspire to be Moana a lot, but I don't necessarily want to say she's like my dream personality. It's difficult to say. I'd be curious to see, like, if you guys have any other thoughts, and feel free to put them in the comments or like message me or something, because I just find that super interesting. But I mostly identify with Belle and Melody and Aurora, so probably like those three I'm like the perfect combo of. Number, what are we on, 14? I think it's 14, whatever, it's fine. If you could change any scene in a Disney movie, what would it be and why? Probably going back to the Fox and the Hound. Just, I would let them still be happy friends when they're babies, instead of having them be the tragedy that they had to go through when they were growing up. Same with Dumbo. I would not separate Dumbo from his mother. Like, excuse you. Just, I would rectify all of the abuse and the terrible things that happened to the characters, especially the animal characters, because it just breaks my heart. Like, is that a bad answer? Because that is what I'm saying. I don't definitively have anything that I would change, but I just want to take the extra animal sadness out of it all, because no. And finally, number 15, if you had to get stuck on any ride in any Disney park for more than 30 minutes, what would you want it to be? The Dumbo ride, obviously. Duh. Like, you're floating around up in the air, and like, just remember how I was saying I wanted to fly? Like, the Dumbo ride was my jam as a kid. My parents often tell me stories about how they would play like tag team in the lines, and like I would just constantly want to go on that ride, because flying and just having a good time. And I mean, even if it was stopped, I would be in the air and I would be like just happy. Okay, like, is that too much to ask? So yeah, I'm all about the Dumbo ride. So yeah, those are all the questions, and I really love doing this despite having a really tough time answering a lot of the questions. I'm probably going to tag a couple of people down in the description who I don't think have done this, because it's like a really fun, lovely, exciting, just happy tag. And know down below specifically about which Disney character's personality you think I have, because that's just such an interesting question to me. And I'd just love to hear your answers to it. And other than that, you guys know the drill. I have both of my social media links down below. I have a Twitter, which is @ASeaofTomes, which is the same as my handle over here. And I have a Goodreads as well down below. And you can come check out all of my weird little bookish things, my occasional bookish thoughts over there, and just to see what I'm reading if you'd like. And I'll catch you later with another video soon. Bye!